Hello and welcome to Trashy Trashy, where we take a dumpster dive on this week's garbage people and a look at all the trashiest news stories. My name is Erica and I am your host.
And my name is Cassandra and I'm your other host. Hi, Erica.
Hello, Cass. How are you?
I'm good. I needed to talk to someone about something really fast because, I went on a date last night. We had a little date night. My partner planned it. And I don't want to be one of those people who, because you look at tables and you see, basically a photo shoot happening,
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, how do you get that picture without that photo shoot,
Yep.
So yesterday, Taylor was taking pictures of me and he only had to take 5 before I found the one I wanted. And it was
pretty
number 3.
good.
Yeah. But I find myself when I get to 5 or 6 in my head, I'm I even out loud, I'm like, just forget it. It's fine. And then he feels bad because he couldn't nail the photo. And I feel bad because I'm like, how am I possibly this ugly from all angles? And I don't know, I need a little bit of that confidence that some people have to just no, we're going to keep shooting.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to drink that fucking cocktail until we get the shot.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like personally when I take the pictures, I get the shot 3rd try at least, if not first.
Right.
So, am I a bad model or do I have a subpar photographer?
I would say you have a subpar photographer because I think that you put in the dedication to get the good shot for somebody else, but that energy isn't always reciprocated.
Yeah, he tries. He for sure tries. But the difference is that he doesn't spend all day shooting portraits, but I do spend all day looking at myself in the mirror.
Yes.
So, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I don't know. And we got a good one last night. It's, I posted on my Instagram, but it's on my story now. But
I said it could make its way onto Maine.
Oh, yeah, it's going to. It's a great one.
Yeah, it's a great photo.
But I know you take pictures in a lot of places, so I feel like you would understand.
Yeah, I have a friend group where it's like, don't touch your food. We're taking 5 minutes of photos. Your food is going to be cold.
Yeah.
Your drink is going to melt before you get to it because, God damn it, we are going to nail this photo shoot.
Yeah, because it is kind of I used to think that's silly that you have to take a photo of something as if it doesn't happen. But also I'm a giant hypocrite because I love taking video. I used to be bad about it. Maybe that's, I'll save it for why I'm trash. I'm saving it for why I'm trash. In fact, well, how are you?
I'm okay. I went to Disneyland. I did some Disney adult adjacent things this week.
You posted a question on your Instagram and I'm dying to hear the answer.
Okay, so I went to the new Star Wars land in Disneyland, and they have the only place in Disneyland that serves alcohol besides Club 33 is Oga's Cantina. Don't come for us, Star Wars. And George Lucas, don't you dare sue this podcast. We drank at Oga's Cantina. We got in there at 11 a.m. and within 30 minutes proceeded to each have 3 cocktails.
How long? 30 minutes?
30 minutes. So we basically did a power hour.
I love it.
And spent $135 at the bar.
$135 for 6 cocktails?
We tipped well. They were slammed. They were doing us, good service. They took some photos for us. So the total was 135, but we tipped well over 25%.
So but the total including tip was 135.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Then I guess that kind of checks out because, your cocktails were probably $13, $14 each. I think when I made my guess on your Instagram, I just didn't realize how fast you were drinking.
Right.
And
No
that was
one,
on me.
that was on you for thinking that I wasn't going to pound drinks at the only place and the happiest place on earth that you're allowed to drink drinks.
I mean, sometimes when you need to get drunk, it's like when you're in an airport, Disneyland, or San Francisco. You're not looking at prices because you just need to get drunk and you don't care how much it's going to cost to get there.
Yes, 100%. Like, I took a day off work, but I
Yeah.
still, after those drinks, called into a work meeting and was like, I got something to say.
Oh, no. No, no. No.
Yeah.
That's good content for Trashy, not good content for work.
No.
Can you imagine if we did a Trashy where we were tipsy?
Oh my God.
I feel like maybe I've been tipsy once or something,
Mhm.
or because we did it at night,
Mhm.
but I wasn't drunk.
I took half an edible before an episode and I couldn't finish telling stories. So, substance free is the way for me.
Yeah, I think so. I think we'll do like a special one once
Mhm.
where, you know, it's like it's you and I, it's like one of our wine nights, you know,
Yeah.
where
Oh
we throw
God.
back like at least a bottle each, something under $7.
Our wine nights. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's fucking funny. Why are you trash?
Well, this week I went to an exclusive club called the Jonathan Club. And my
Uh-huh.
dear friend Katie Doll is her parents are a member, so she treated me to a tour of the Jonathan Club. And imagine like a country club that's downtown and one large building. And so
Okay.
she wanted me to have a tour. I had to change into like pants, and I don't wear pants very often. They're not like leggings. Like, I put on denim jeans.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen you in jeans. I've seen you in flowy skirts and dresses and stuff. They make women wear pants there?
It was just like, hey, don't show a lot of skin because everyone else is probably going to be in a suit. And so
So you went for jeans?
I didn't get dressed up. I thought I was just going in for a minute. I didn't realize I was going in for like drinks on the roof.
Oh.
And so the kitchen was closed down. The bar was closed down. But my friend Katie of the Crying Behind Sunglasses podcast, you should all check it out.
We love Katie.
She has a je ne sais quoi about her.
Mm.
She has a way of making things magically appear. So after being told the kitchen is shut down and that the bar is shut down, magically, I had a cocktail in my hand and I had the best bread pudding I've ever had come out of that kitchen. Because,
Ooh.
and so I start to have the bread pudding, and the manager who has made this magical night happen for us,
Jonathan himself?
Jonathan of the Jonathan Club, comes over and puts my napkin in my lap because
No.
I had not.
What?
And I was like, oh, I am a heathen. I am a hillbilly. I apologize for not properly. I was just having a cocktail and he put my napkin in my lap and I was like, this is why I'm trash.
Like a child in charm school.
Yes. Yes.
Oh. Like, we would hate for you to spill pudding on your denim pants. No.
Why are you trash?
Well, I was going to say one thing, but as I was talking earlier, I thought of another thing. Which is better, because the first one, it has some things that might have been illegal. They were, I'll admit it. But this thing... So remember when Snapchat first came out?
Uh-huh.
I had a little bit of a addiction, we'll say.
Okay.
Not to like, I hated receiving people's Snapchats. Here's how it started. People would send me Snapchats of nothing, in my opinion, and I would go, why the fuck did they just waste 15 seconds of my life and my time to send me nothing. So I was like, well, obviously, like I'm a filmmaker. Like my Snapchats will be good.
I'm
So
an auteur.
yeah, 100%. And so I would take, like, whenever I would drink when I was living with my two roommates, shout out to Ashley Snyder, and I would just take like hundreds of Snapchats in a night. I was that person where you could follow the course of my night on my Snapchat. And sometimes they were funny,
Mhm.
sometimes they were sloppy. When Instagram got stories, then I was
Mhm.
in real trouble, because then it
Mhm.
was like, like when you would hear people be like, "Hey, did you watch Cass's stories last night?" And then
Oh.
people would be like,
Oh.
"Yes, I did." Or like I would wake up first thing and like just like high off adrenaline because my body is full of poison at like 7 a.m., like so
Mhm.
hungover, and I would watch my stories with like one eye because I had such a bad headache and would just have to go on like a delete fest. So like
Oh.
there was a time when if you caught my stories between like 1 a.m. to 7 a.m. on like a Saturday, Sunday, fucking even a Wednesday, maybe, you were in for a night of debauchery.
Ah.
I took so many of these types of videos that when the three of us who were all living together were like kind of moving out, because, like boyfriends or whatever, I made a 30-minute movie of all of these, like, of all the funnier ones. And we call it our little 308 movie. And we like to watch it still sometimes, but there are definitely moments when we watch that movie where we're like, oh, fuck. Like, what? Oh my God. Oh my God. How were we never arrested? Why did our neighbors never call the police
Right.
on us because we were so loud? Like, why were we never kidnapped into sex trafficking?
Right.
Truly, truly just reckless stuff. But hey, you know what? My 20s were fun and I have evidence of it. But you know what they say, like, don't put things on the internet because they never die.
It's true.
So I don't even know how to use Snapchat anymore. They like changed the interface and I don't know how to find stories or anything. So I just deleted it. And then I just like now I associate like Snapchat with like porn and like cheating.
I like taking photos in Snapchat. Like their filters are really subtle sometimes,
Oh
like
yeah.
better, more subtle than Instagram's.
Yeah.
And it just puts like a little bit of a gloss on my face, but it doesn't change my shape, my face shape.
Yes.
So I can take photos in Snapchat, but if you wanted me to send that photo to someone, I'd be like, I have no idea how. I have no idea.
What so are you able to save it or you just take the photo just for you?
I can save it. I know how to save
Okay.
it and
Oh yeah, but you
export
don't know
it.
how to send it on Snapchat. Yeah, exactly. Like I don't know how to do that either. So, but they do have better filters, you're right. Although they didn't always. But like
Mm.
because sometimes they would have the ones that made your nose look really thin.
Oh, I'm trying to stop using those because I desperately want a nose job and I don't need one. And I've had two surgeons tell me no.
Yeah.
And it's just it's in my brain. I see it differently versus like how everyone else sees it. But I gotta stop using those types of filters. It really fucks with my self image.
That's good. I
Yeah.
mean, you watch this little 308 video, and these are the early days of filters, like these are the puppy ears or,
Uh huh.
things like that. Like you watch it now, and it's almost like it's like watching Jaws and being like, well, that shark is mechanical. The graphics are horrible. Like that's what it's like watching this old, like,
Yeah.
thing. Anyways, just was a big old drunk piece of shit for a long time in Echo Park.
Well, speaking of being somewhere, let's get into our first story from
Being so-
kmph.com. Police say man was masturbating when he crashed in Fresno.
Hey, this guy's not in Florida. He's in the Sunshine State. Is that what
Mm-hmm.
we are? California? Or
Are
is
we
the
the
Sunshine
Golden
State?
State?
Oh, you're right. Who the fuck is the Sunshine State? Oh, that
Florida.
is Florida. Oh, fuck. Damn it. Sorry.
Police say a man crashed into 2 cars Monday morning because he was ... distracted.
They say that 31-year-old Osbed Vasilian pulled his pants down while driving and started to masturbate in the area of West Herndon Avenue and North Riverside Drive. Why are you giving out street names of where people are, doing this? Now, someone else is going to be like, damn, that must be a sexy corner. I'm going to go check that out.
Ooh, look at that Arby's billboard on Herndon.
All I'm saying is that part of Northwest Fresno has cakes.
Yeah. They say Vasilian got out of the car following the crash and walked away from the scene of the accident. That's not what you do.
No. Someone doesn't listen to Trashy. You need to pay for your mistakes.
Fresno County Sheriff's deputy detained Vasilian after he located him at a nearby Dickey's barbecue.
No one was injured in the incident. They took him to the hospital to make sure he was okay, and he was cited for a misdemeanor hit and run. I mean, that could have been worse.
That could have been a hell of a lot worse. He could have been on a highway. He could have, somebody could have been killed.
Well, and also he could have gotten, charges for, having his dilly-dilly out.
Oh, yeah. He could have gotten public display of nudity and lewd behavior. Look at us knowing the law. The law.
We are lawyers.
We are basically lawyers. We are almost journalists, and we are working on our law degrees.
What are we closer to, journalists or lawyers?
I would say journalism for sure.
You're right. I think we're the closest to being clowns, though.
Oh, we are 100% clowns. And you know who was clowning around?
Ooh, tell them.
From the insider.com, the Business Insider. This is where we are with the state of the world, is Business Insider is covering TikToks.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
So there was a TikTok, and it was this nanny and the father of the children that she nannied, and they were acting out this scene from Dirty Dancing where the lady gets picked up, and this was all being filmed by that kid's mom. What a delightful family video, I guess. I don't know.
His hands to do the Dirty Dancing lift properly, your hands go in inappropriate places.
I mean, it depends on what kind of dancer we're working with. But yes, I'm sure your everyday dancer, you got to get on that rib cage. And yes, you're in the underboob region, for sure.
The wife, Rachel, can be heard giggling in the background while she's filming the video. And at one point can be heard saying, "You thumbed her boobs."
This nanny is 23 years old. I think that's important.
Mm-hmm.
And
objectively attractive.
Sure. This video has 7.2 million views on TikTok. It was reposted by an account called The Best Love Nanny, where it got viewed 5.3 million times. The person who owns The Best Love Nanny said that it was important for nannies to model healthy behavior with their employees, and that she doesn't think that anything in the video has gotten wrong. She just thinks that it's starting to blur the lines.
It looks to me flirtatious. You don't do the Dirty Dancing dance, the lift from the end of the movie where Baby and Patrick Swayze. You don't just do that casually.
I mean, I don't even do that with my partner, but that is more anatomy based.
Yeah.
I don't think I can get up there.
Yeah, I was going to say, my partner's, I don't think he could lift me. He's got back issues. I've got a weight distribution issue.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to do that to his knees. You know what I'm saying? But we are intimate enough that if we could do it, it would be appropriate.
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of backlash in the comments about this. We watched the TikTok. It's a little weird. There's people who say that that they're trying to groom her, which is a sexual abuse tactic that Rain defines as a family member or someone else in the victim's circle of trust such as a coach, teacher, youth group leaders, or who has naturally some interaction with the victim.
Other people allege that it's grooming, and they've denied the allegations of grooming. And the first
Look,
caption was, "You're all just nosy pervert."
I don't think that this couple is trying to groom this woman for anything. I think that it is just a little bit comfortable in that house. And I mean, because like it the whole interaction, had he not been trying to lift her up like Dirty Dancing style, it could have been like his daughter, you know?
Right. Right.
But then it got weird quickly. And then you're like, oh, no, I don't like that. But they say, oh, she's like our little sister. We love her to death. She's goofy and weird. We can joke around and mess around with her, and vice versa.
When she dates and makes bad decisions on her other things, we give her advice. We tell her we're disappointed in her. We tell her we're proud of her.
And then she says, I'm not being groomed. Everyone can really calm down. And then stop attacking. That she's a godsend to our family, and people are attacking her like she's some sort of slut.
Ooh.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I think it's weird? Yeah. But like, I think a lot of things that people do are weird. You know?
That's fair.
So, and you know, and this is maybe why, just take it off of TikTok, I suppose, if you don't like the internet's reaction to it. But like, I really don't think that there's anything going on. I just think it's weird.
Yeah, I think it's weird, and it's not mandatory to post anything to TikTok. So when people get like defensive, I'm like, you put it out there. What did you think was going to happen?
Yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, like, people kind of see what they want to see.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and who doesn't love the societal trope of the young nanny coming in and breaking up a marriage? Even though if you dig deep on that, there's like a lot of other problems there.
Right.
I don't know. It's weird. It's weird.
You know what else is weird?
Having an affair with an animal?
It's very weird. According to people.com,
a Belgian woman was banned from a zoo after a 4-year, quote, affair with a chimpanzee.
Addie Timmermans is banned from coming in contact with a chimpanzee at the Antwerp Zoo in Belgium after developing a close bond with the primate over several years.
The zoo banned her from visiting the chimpanzee exhibit due to her affair with one of the primates. The chimpanzee's name is Cheetah and arrived at the Antwerp Zoo 30 years ago. But over the past 4 years, Addie Timmerman has visited the primate every week, developing a close bond with the animal.
I love that animal and he loves me. I haven't got anything else. Why do they want to take that away? Timmerman said, per Newsweek. We're having an affair, I'll just say.
According to the outlet, the affair that Timmermans mentioned includes the primate and woman waving and blowing kisses to each other from the opposite sides of the glass. The zoo recently expressed concern about the lengthy relationship, claiming that it's negatively impacting Cheetah's rapport with the zoo's other chimpanzees. This is when Cheetah is constantly busy with visitors, the other monkeys ignore him and don't consider him part of the group, even though that is important. He sits on his own outside of visiting hours.
Okay, that is the saddest thing I've ever heard, is an isolated chimpanzee being a social ostracized. But at the same time, I'm just like, are the other chimpanzees jealous?
Okay, well, apparently Cheetah, before going to the zoo, was a pet, which is why they say that he has a fascination with humans, which is crazy because, like, he'd been at the zoo for 30 years. You'd think he would drop it by then, but obviously not. I suppose if you're also seeing humans like every day because you're in a fucking zoo. But basically, Timmermans is like, why am I getting banned when dozens of other visitors are allowed to see him? So, like, if someone likes the animal enough, can't you just, like, give it to them?
I don't know if that's how it works.
I don't know. You know, like, you go to the zoo enough and you just ask for the chimp eventually.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Do you have the accommodations for a zebra?
I would make accommodations. I would get a larger apartment and or an outdoor space.
There's a pen in front of me right now, and the brand is Zebra.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
It's all happening.
Wow.
Zookeepers are now working towards helping Cheetah learn to interact more with his fellow primates.
How long do chimps live?
I
30
think,
years. Like, holy shit.
I think a long time. I think like 40 to 50 years.
A bonobo chimp will live 40 years. Wow.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
Yeah. If only she had told him it was over sooner.
Yeah, I think that Cheetah might deserve some closure.
According to our next story from the beaconjournal.com, this relationship is over. Man pays $5 to end relationship on Canal Park scoreboard.
So there's a lot of ways to end a relationship, and there's what Tim reportedly did to Alyssa. On the scoreboard during the Akron Rubber Ducks 11-2 win last Thursday against the Harrisburg Senators. Is this Canada?
I think it's minor league baseball.
It sounds like hockey. Akron.
Ohio.
Oh, this is some Ohio shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. We all know what that means.
Uh-huh.
Wholesome and very nice. I've never met someone from Ohio that I like truly disliked.
It's true. Yeah, I have a neutral opinion of Ohio.
Ohio and Hawaii. Whenever I meet people who are from there originally, but they're in LA now, I'm like, I like the cut of your jib, you know?
Yeah, they're good. They're solid folks.
Yeah.
There were 3,100 fans at the game that saw the scoreboard displayed message.
So it essentially just said, like, this relationship is over, like, from Tim to Alyssa.
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, I love it. I mean, it's not my personal preference to have any sort of like displays of love at a sports arena, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think I would want like a proposal or anything like that to happen there. But I don't know if I hate the idea of a breakup happening there. Like, I've brought you here to buy me a $17 Michelob Ultra to tell you that I hate your fucking face.
And I never want to see you again.
Yes.
But we drove together, so I'm going to need you to validate the parking.
Yeah. It was, we paid $40 for preferred parking. And that's because I didn't want a long walk to the car so that you couldn't ask me why this didn't work out. Your voice makes my ears bleed.
Oh my God. They
Have you ever
haven't
been
heard
broken up with in like a public way?
No.
Me neither.
No, it's always been very private, very intimate with me weeping. I was broken up with at a Sonic one time. I just weep. I'm a weeper. I was broken up with at a Sonic. So I was sitting in someone's car while we were ordering like corny dogs and cherry limeades. And that was rough, but I was also like 18 and I was like, I can take this. This is fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like breakups are never in public, but like there's always that one like, do you want to grab a drink and discuss post breakup kind of moment? And those I always like cry at, but try to hold it in, but I'm crying for sure. Yeah. It's I don't know why I always do this in public, but I do. I think I like the attention. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, the bartender's like, here's a drink on me, sis.
He really screwed up.
You know who else really screwed up?
This man from Yelm.
Yeah.
We got someone from Washington.
Woo! According to theolympian.com, Yelm man tries to pass off a bar fight as a workplace injury and pled guilty on Tuesday.
Chuck Wayne Rico agreed to a plea deal that resulted him in pleading guilty of third-degree theft, a gross misdemeanor offense, and according to Washington State Department of Labor. Now, Erica, what's your middle name? Michelle?
Yes.
Can you imagine if you had the nerve, the gall, the audacity to be referred to as Erica Michelle Curry, like all the time?
You know, I thought about it when I moved to LA.
Really?
Yeah, but I didn't.
Erica Michelle?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
I mean, some people can do it, but like Chuck Wayne, Chuck Wayne Rico. I don't know. It's just a mouthful.
Chuck Wayne Rico has like nieces and nephews he's like never met, but he sends them like a stuffed animal every 10 years and they're like,
Uh-huh.
I'm 30. Like, what are you doing?
Totally. And like, yeah. So anyways, old Chuck Wayne tried to game the system.
Mm-hmm. So this is a flagrant of example of someone trying to cheat the workers' compensation system, says Chris Bow of L&I's Assistant Director of Fraud Prevention and Labor Standards. We take fraud case very seriously, and we take action when we catch cheaters.
As part of his sentence, Thurston County Superior Court Judge Sharonda Amarillo ordered Rico to pay court costs and reimburse L&L for a total of $828. Oh, that's not too bad.
That's not too bad. In the claim, Rico claimed to have injured his hand on October 17th, 2018, after 9 days after beginning his job at Aquatic Bathware in Yelm, and 5 days after the injury date he provided his supervisor, according to the probable cause statement.
Probable cause.
According to the probable cause statement.
So they investigated his claim, and an acquaintance of his provided text messages where Rico indicated knowingly falsified his workplace injury claim. Whoa, what's up, snitch?
Snitches get stitches. But
In bar
also,
fights.
thank you so much for keeping the system honest.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, sometimes you gotta tell the truth. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Aquatic Bathware is a small business and they really can't fucking afford this.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if this was like, man who works at Target gets in bar fight, tries to claim workers' comp, and then you find out it was one of their coworkers who ratted them out, but it's like Target, you know?
Right. Big business, little business. Very different.
Yeah, like if it's a big business, like, I don't know, I kind of get your money, you know, Chuck Wayne.
Chuck Wayne Rico.
So some of Rico's coworkers disputed his injury claim, saying that they did not witness the injury, so it could not have happened the way that he described it. But Rico claimed that his hand struck a mold housing for a shower unit he was pulling apart. But one coworker told investigators, there's no need to use force when inserting an air wedge between a tub and a mold. Well, duh, we all know that.
Well, I mean, that's just obvious. We all know that.
Yeah, like, come on, guy. You didn't need people to rat you out for everyone to know that you don't need to use force to insert an air wedge between the tub and a mold. Please.
Anyone can report suspected fraud in the workers' compensation system by contacting L&I's Fraud Division at 888-811-5974.
Wow, look at that. Giving people resources. You gonna put that in the show notes too?
I'll put the story in the show notes so they can find it themselves.
Oh, man. What kind of chonies do you wear?
High-waisted black briefs.
Bitch, me too.
I just hit a corner where I was like, I'm not wearing thongs anymore.
No, thongs don't look good on me. It's not happening for me. You know, I would say ever. I was always like, if I was going to wear cute underwear, it would be like maybe lacy boy shorts. But I'm right there with you, girl. I'm wearing the high-waisted black Amazon Basics, like, underwear.
Oh my God, we probably have the same underwear because mine also come from Amazon.
I mean, you know, we are two peas in a trash pod, aren't we?
We'll show each other our underwear next time we get together in person.
Honestly, I can't wait. According to AJC.com, there has been a granny panty bandit.
A 33-year-old Rome man got busted recently for allegedly stealing money from a fast food restaurant back in June, according to a report on the Rome News Tribune website.
His disguise may have been his undoing.
Dun dun dun!
With white panties on his head and socks on his hands, Andrew Quinton Self entered a Long John Silver at around 3 a.m. on June 6th. A Long John Silver's in Rome.
That just
weird.
Doesn't sound right. There's something ain't right about that.
Long John Silver.
A Long John.
I don't know if I can bust out the Italian right now. Or if I ever should.
Mm-hmm. he might as well have been wearing a thong. The big leg holes in his panties did little to disguise his identity, the police tell the website.
Self, who was friends with the store manager, allegedly removed hundreds of dollars from the safe. He was later caught and he was charged with 2 felony counts of burglary in the first degree. Come on. So what? Your buddy was like, oh man, we got a lot of money in the safe back there. Anyway, get me another beer, man. And then this guy was like, I'm going to steal my tired wife's underwear and do this.
I mean, it's pantyhose. Pantyhose is the move. A, don't commit crimes. I feel like we have to say that.
Absolutely.
B, while committing crimes, you wear pantyhose to distort your face.
Is that just for movies, though?
I don't know. I'm not a crime committer.
I mean, can't you just wear a ski mask, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't know. I'm not a crime committer either.
Yeah, not a crime committer. I try to follow the rules. I try to obey parking signs. Like, I really do try to keep it on the straight and narrow.
But
you know who didn't obey signs?
according to metro.co.uk, a driver ignores warnings not to park on beach and van ends up floating in sea. I mean, that's best case scenario, right?
For sure. We've probably all made the mistake of parking our cars in the wrong place at the wrong point in our lives, maybe landing ourselves with a ticket or two. But this particular driver ended up in hot water, or should that be cold water, by getting it completely and utterly wrong.
So this rebellious van owner decided to park on Newquay Harbor Beach in Cornwall on Sunday without realizing that the tide was coming in. Eyewitnesses said the driver was spotted discussing parking the vehicle with the harbor master earlier in the day. Is that what they call, like, lifeguards in wherever this is?
I think this is like who's in charge of the boats.
Okay, the harbor master. So he was like, all right, well, fuck it. I'm going to park the car there anyways. I'm going off to jet ski. And then when they came back, they found that their van was partially submerged in the sea. And then it was starting to float.
Under the sea.
Under the sea.
That's, I mean, yo, man, consequences.
Yeah, but you know when you get the feeling that you just got to get out there on a jet ski, Erica. You can't be stopped.
Dude, I got a itchy trigger finger for the jet ski. I love a jet ski.
I'd love to get on a jet ski with you.
God, we'd have fun. We'd do spins.
Hell yeah, we'd flip that shit.
I'd throw you off just for fun and then say, I'm just playing. Come back on. I won't do it again, but you know I'm going to do it again.
Okay, I was talking to someone about this. Because, like, when I grew up and we did, like, camping trips, we went out with, like, camping with friends who had, like, my mom's friends who had boats and jet skis and shit. We never had one, but that's okay. Thank God, we did not need one. But, like, that was the shit. Like, someone has a wave runner, you go on the wave runner, and the person who's driving tries to rip around until the other person on the back fucking falls off. And that's what it is. Same with tubing. Like, you don't go tubing just to do circles. You go tubing so that you get, like, near death, and the person driving the boat tries to rip you off and, like, make you fly off. I was talking to someone about this who, like, grew up in Southern California, so maybe they didn't have the same, because we went camping in Nebraska, but, like, they were like, what? What? Why? Why would you want to make them fall off? That's dangerous and scary. I'm like, what? I'm shocked.
That's the fun. They're wearing a life jacket.
Yeah, if you have a life jacket, you can't drown. It's the law.
Exactly.
I mean, I was like, I don't know, like 9, 10, 11 something years old, just like literally being like skipping like a rock on the water, flying off of jet skis and tubes. And it was a blast.
Yep. I grew up with jet skis. Like, we had 2 at one point. And it's just like, that's what you did when you had a friend on the back, is you tried to meet boys.
And
then you try to throw each other off.
You, I believe, were the person who told the infamous story that your dad had to sell the speedboat when you were, when your mom was pregnant or something.
Yep. She was like, you've sank this thing one too many times. We're selling this speedboat when we have this baby.
Wow.
Yeah. You know where you can speedboat around?
The Sunshine State? Or I don't know what this one's called. I don't know what they're called.
Maybe the Aloha State?
Fuck, you're probably right. Damn, you're good at that.
Yeah. I'm good at state nicknames. Ohio, the Buckeye State.
You're kidding.
I don't know. I just made that up, but it feels right.
Now, what's Texas?
The Lone Star State.
Ooh, do you know what Colorado is?
No.
I don't either. Oh, the Mile High State. Probably.
The Mile High State. Yeah. That sounds right.
Why do we have these nicknames?
I don't know. But our next story comes to us from kpctv.com. Florida couple accused of using fake vaccination cards to travel to the Aloha State, Hawaii.
2 people from Florida were arrested in Hawaii accused of trying to use fake vaccination cards. Daniela and Enzo Dalmazo of Miami, Florida, flew to Oahu with their 2 children and tried to skirt the state's safe travel program with fake vaccination cards.
According to the court documents, the couple also had fake vaccine cards for their kids who were born in 2016 and 2017 and are too young to be vaccinated.
Oh, come on. See,
do your homework.
Do it. Yeah, man.
Yeah, you got to get it right. The family was fined a total of $8,000.
Good.
Not enough.
Yeah, I agree.
Buying, selling, or using counterfeit COVID-19 vaccination card is a crime, according to the FBI. It can be categorized as the unauthorized use of official government agency seal. Violators face a fine of up to 5 years in prison.
Here's the deal. Like, I'm sorry what the article that you read on Facebook said, but if you want to do shit and you want to go to Hawaii and fun things and hopefully even more things start requiring this, just get the fucking COVID vaccine.
Yeah.
So we can move on with our lives.
You know how, like, you say somebody's being, like, uncouth or, you know, something? I'm going to start saying, ugh, they're, like, being unvaccinated.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big burn. I'd rather someone call me uncouth than unvaccinated.
Well, don't be unvaccinated in public.
Oh my God. You know what a real unvaccinated thing to do is?
Steal a horse?
And hide it in your bedroom.
Oh, damn.
According to WizTV.com, South Carolina man steals horse and hides it in his bedroom. I bet you could have called that.
Mm-hmm. An upstate man is in jail after doing this. An Oconee County deputy said a woman called them on Monday about Gary Chase Cobble Jr.
Another one of these 3-person names.
And he's a junior?
Wow.
Something ain't right.
What would Gary Chase Cobble Sr. think?
Yeah, something in the milk ain't clean there. He was seen riding a horse down Country Lane in Mountain Rest and taking it inside a house.
What the fuck are you talking about, Erica? Something in the milk ain't clean. Isn't... People say it's something in the water.
Something in the milk ain't clean.
Erica just showed all of you guys how to be fucking amazing because she doubled down. And I like that. I respect the hell out of that.
Yep. I'm not gonna let conventions bring me down. I'm vaccinated, bitch.
Absolutely. So Gary Chase Cobble Jr. had warrants for his arrest. Okay. And they contacted Cobble's father, Gary Chase Cobble Sr., who met them at the house, and the woman saw Cobble taking the horse inside.
The report said the father opened the door to the home and deputies saw horse feces in the living room.
I mean, I don't know how you're going to explain that away.
You got to house train a horse.
Yeah, absolutely.
The full-size quarter horse was found standing in the middle of a bedroom that Cobble was found in. I mean, they literally caught you red-handed, dude.
The horse appeared to be calm, and they continued following Cobble into the bathroom, where I was successfully able to place him into custody for the warrants. Oh, they're like, here's the deal, sir. We have some warrants out for your arrest. The horse thing, that's weird, but we are actually definitely here just for your warrants.
The owner of the horse said it was valued at $6,500 and that the animal had a red laceration on front leg that was not there before. Don't you hurt a motherfucking horse.
But apparently the horse's owner didn't want to press charges. Oh, they did want to press charges. Oops, I read that wrong. Okay, well, that makes sense.
He was charged with stealing livestock.
What do you think he wanted that horse for?
Hell, sometimes you just want to, just like a jet ski, you just want to get on a horse.
Yeah, like probably to make an escape of some sort.
Yeah, he was going to rob an old-timey bank later and needed a getaway horse.
I mean, okay. You know, we love car chases here at Trashy Trashy. Can you fucking imagine if there was a car chase with like a horse trailer or something like that? You know, like it's pretty slow speed horse, you know, like police chase, right?
Yeah.
And then the driver got out and quickly like just bareback mounted a horse and then took off into a field. What would the cops even do?
I think they'd be like, well played, Gary. We got to let him go.
Because like, truly, like, what do you do? The optics on shooting a horse?
You can shoot. You can shoot into like an innocent truck full of women, but you don't shoot a horse.
Absolutely. I think we all can agree on that. So they would have to like either stay in their cars and like drive into the field. You're not going to get the horse on foot. Or like they need to like call in their own horses, but those horses are, you know, and they're nowhere to be found. Maybe they have a dog and then the dog can catch up and get the horse, but like, I mean,
the dog can't bring a whole horse down. He can just locate it.
A dog, you get 2 dogs maybe. You can get a horse down with a dog, a good one.
Hell, listen to us two debating the semantics of
or something that's not real.
Something that's not real. A horse-dog conundrum.
Who's winning in a fight? A scared horse or a German Shepherd that's been trained by the police?
2 of them.
2. I'm going with dogs.
That's fair. 2 idiots in a bucket. Just saying that they're not in a bucket. I don't know.
What?
I don't know. They're not all winners.
I like that one though. Oh, look at these 2 idiots in a bucket saying they're not in a bucket. You know what I'm saying? Waitress, I'll take another one.
I'll take another.
God, I feel disgruntled. Don't you?
Oh my God, every day.
Yeah. So, according to MarketWatch.com, a disgruntled HR executive trashed personnel files and deleted 17,000 resumes after being fired.
As Medyi Cologne was being fired from 1-800-ACCOUNTANT over the phone, colleagues reported seeing her repeatedly hit the delete key, according to prosecutors.
The former head of human resources at 1-800-ACCOUNTANT has been convicted of maliciously destroying the company's personal files and deleting thousands of resumes for prospective employees after she had been fired. I kind of like this.
Like, there's something kind of metal about, like HR, you have, like, little power.
Yeah.
And this is, like, the most power you can exert as someone in HR.
Yeah, and because your whole job is to make sure that like people who get paid more than you don't screw up.
Mm-hmm. Your job is to protect the company.
Yeah, and then when the company stabs you in the back, like fuck it.
Oh my God! So federal prosecutor says that Cologne was of Tampa, Florida. Ding, ding, ding. Had been let go in June 2019, just 6 months after the New York-based online accounting firm for poor performance. One issue prosecutors cited was that she had inappropriately locked out a colleague of a computer system after they had gotten into an argument.
Ooh, she sounds like a petty kind of gal.
Yeah, petty and metal.
We love it. I love petty and metal go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
So she was fired over the phone. So she starts hitting the delete key on her computer, according to her colleagues. Hours after being escorted out of the company's St. Petersburg, Florida office where she worked, she logged into an outside computer and used it to delete 17,000 resumes. So she was delete. Security's like, ma'am, Miss Cologne, we gotta go. And she's like, I, and then just got on her car, fucking hotspotted that shit, and deleted more.
I mean, you gotta give her props for tenacity.
Now, does she get, like, is this a, because she already got fired, so, like, is this illegal?
Hey, gang, we had a technical difficulty, and so it's going to sound a little bit different for the end of the episode, but thank you so much for bearing with us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're sorry that everything just changed on you out of nowhere, and I think that we're probably taking it the hardest.
100%. But hey, Cass, are you ready?
Oh, yeah. I'm ready, girl.
It's time for the dumpster fire of the week.
Stormi!
Stormi! Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott are getting a ton of backlash for those stormy school bus pics.
This is coming to us from cosmopolitan.com. If you're wondering how the internet is feeling about Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott surprising their daughter Stormi with a school bus, the answer is not great.
Kylie shared photos of Stormi and her bus to Instagram stories, prompting people to call her and Travis out for playing middle class.
I mean, yeah, Stormi's 3 years old.
Yeah. One of the tweets said, "Rich people are so far from reality, they bought a school bus for Stormi to sit on."
So apparently, Kylie captioned the pic saying, all Stormi has been talking about is riding a big yellow bus. Daddy surprised her. Like, what the fuck?
Somebody said, "Stormi got to play make-believe poor today."
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's weird. It's kind of like one of those things where it's like, it feels calculated, doesn't it?
I genuinely think it was parents thinking they're doing the right thing.
But they posted it online, and like it's not like they're not surrounded by publicists who like would understand the optics of this. So there's still an element of like, yeah, we're gonna try to be good parents. We can't obviously put her on a school bus. She's 3, and B, she's Stormi. So let's rent a school bus for like an hour, take some pictures, and then let's also post it on the internet because fuck it. Think of the outrage.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I just don't think they live in the same reality that we live on.
No. I had that bachelorette party last weekend, and like in the morning when we were all like hungover and stuff, we just like popped on like some reality TV, and we watched like the first couple episodes of the Kylie Jenner's like show that she had. This is before Stormi and all. This is like a few years old. And it was like kind of like sad because she seemed like openly talking about how she was like sad, but then also like was like, oh, I want the cameras to come in with me to therapy. And I was like, I'm confused.
Never a good idea. Never real therapy if it's being recorded for a television series.
Yeah, she was like, I feel like, like I lost a lot of parts of myself. I've raised on television. It was like humanizing and then not. And then I was also like, I was worried about this Jordan character, which, now I know the future. It was just a weird thing. It definitely felt like a different planet a little bit. And then like you feel bad because there's a human in there somewhere, but then you go back to just more being like, what's happening?
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody tweeted, Bailey Carlin tweeted, "The Jenners doing middle class cosplay today."
Did you ever ride a school bus?
I would wake up early. I lived a mile and a half from school, but I was the first person picked up. So I would wake up to get on the bus at 7 a.m.
Oh, wow.
When I was like in third grade, I was always dropped off at school, but I wanted to ride the school bus so badly.
Oh.
I know. So I would wake up early so I could be friends with the bus driver and read a book in peace.
Oh, sure, of course. I rode the school bus for middle school, and fun fact, one of my very first friends in 6th grade, because I went to I went to elementary school in a different district that I went to middle school, so I didn't know anybody. She was like a neighbor of mine, obviously, because we were on the same bus, and she like told me not to worry about like the 8th graders being mean to me. She was like very much didn't seem like she was afraid of anything. She's very fearless. Yeah, she's one of my first friends in 6th grade. And flash forward to now, she's married to one of my cousins.
Whoa, look at that.
Yeah, because, obviously we stayed friends throughout middle school, and one of my other cousins joined the same middle school, so then they were friends, and then they were all friends. They were high school, even though I moved out to California, and then she was just kind of in and out of my family, and now her and one of my cousins are married. So that's what the school bus can do for you kids.
That's true.
I had to ride like a regular ass bus. Like when I came to LA, the school bus was like just like the bus. And so it was full of middle schoolers because it's in 8th grade, but it was just the bus. But I think we rode for free. I don't fucking know.
Well, are you hoarding anything this week?
Yeah, I think I am actually. I'm hoarding The Other Two. It's a show.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a show on HBO Max. The first season was on Comedy Central, and I haven't even gotten I just blew through 8 episodes in a day. So I haven't even gotten to the end of the first season yet. So I haven't even gotten to the HBO Max stuff, which is what is getting everyone's attention right now. But it's fucking so funny.
Yeah, it's very funny. I'm glad that you're hoarding it.
Yeah. What are you hoarding?
I got a brow laminate yesterday.
Oh, yes.
And I am in love with how my brows look.
Fuck, I gotta go. You went to the lady that our other friends went to, right?
Yes, I went to is Raya Mez Beauty on Instagram. That's RIAMEZ Beauty. And she is wonderful.
That's exciting. I gotta set something up with her. I'm dying to do it. I don't know why I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah. Are you throwing anything away?
Hell yeah, I am. I'm throwing out bonobos.
The animal?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I love bonobos as the animal. No, I'm throwing out the clothing. It's a men's clothing line. Bonobo.
Oh, bonobos. Yeah.
Yeah. So they are discontinuing extended sizes for some reason. And I don't fucking like when I don't like when that happens.
I don't care for that either. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's annoying. We went suit shopping for a wedding and found these great things, and everything looked awesome. And then they were like, "Oh, we don't have any more in the color that you want, and we will never have more because we're discontinuing extended sizes." I don't know why, is what the person said. He's like, "It's weird because that's what most of my sales are." And
damn.
Yeah, so it's I'm like, fuck you, bonobos. And I tried to do some research on it. And as of November 2020, it said that they were upping the amount of extended sizes that they had in 2021. But here we are, August 2021, almost a year after that article. And apparently they're just getting rid of it altogether. So I don't know what the fuck's happening, but you out of here, bonobos.
You out.
You're out. What are you throwing away?
Judgy spray tan attendants.
Oh,
I don't care. I don't care for your attitude. I'm very pale. I'd like to look like I'm not near death. I don't need you judging me. I don't need you. Yeah, I just don't need it.
What happened?
I don't want to put them on blast because it's the best one in town. Sure. So I don't want it to get around and then get even worse service.
Right.
But I got a spray tan and it smudged a little on my leg. It looked like it had dripped down. And I've been spray tanning since I was 15. I know how to do it. And the lady was just very well, did you do this? And I'm like, your machine fucked up. Ooh. I don't know how to explain that again and again, but your machine is the one that messed up. Anyway, I'm heated.
Because she just didn't trust you.
She didn't trust me and it made me very upset.
Wow. I'm sorry that happened to you, Erica. Did you get a free spray tan out of it?
No.
Ugh, what the fuck?
I know. It's all right. I exfoliated and fixed it, but I shouldn't have to.
Of course. Absolutely.
What? Where can the people find you?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe a little place called Twitter and Instagram at Cascardinas. Where do the people find you?
At Iconic Erica Curry on Instagram.
That's wonderful. Oh, you can also find me on the Nooner Podcast on the Smodcast Network.
And you can find this podcast at Trashy Trashy Pod on Instagram and Twitter.
There's I guess because All American is on Netflix now, a lot more people are seeing it. So you can watch my episode of All American if you'd like. And I was in a film filmed in 2019. It's finally coming out. It's in the Toronto Film Festival. It's called Violet. If you'd like to watch a virtual screening, they're having those on September 9th and September 14th, I want to say. Or if you're in Toronto, go to that shit. Go see it live. Violet. It's starring Olivia Munn, Justin Theroux, and I'm going to go ahead and say it's starring me. Although,
hell yeah, it is. Starring Cass Cardenas.
Yeah.
That's awesome. As always, you can send us stories to trashytrashypodcast@gmail.com or through our website, www.trashytrashypod.com. Hey, Cass.
What's going on, girl?
Stay garbage.
You stay garbage, girl.
I will. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.